And we know what happens to these children, Sean. And look, the illegal aliens coming across the border, people need to understand, 31% of women that make that journey get raped by criminal cartels. Children get raped. I've talked to little girls as young as 9 that have been multiple times. These cartels are animals, and that's why President Trump's going to take them off the face of the earth. They have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world, and President Trump is committed to calling them terrorist organization and using the full might of the United States Special Operations to take them out.
Our country is being poisoned from within by the drugs and by all of the other crime that's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America. And it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels.
Well, border crossings usually do tend to rise during the month of December once those temperatures cool down just a bit. But we could see some more migrants try to get into the United States once the Trump administration takes office come January. But a rep with the Texas Department of Public Safety tells me they're ready for anything.
We may see a surge, we may not, but we're ready in Texas.
It's a slow start to my ride-along in South Texas. Lieutenant Chris Olivares is on patrol, keeping watch along the Rio Grande. Then a call comes in.
We're going to head up to write them up.
Our first stop takes us to a town in the valley called McAllen. 3 men from Honduras and Mexico tried to climb over the border using this makeshift ladder. Their attempt fails. Their guide disappears back into Mexico and Border Patrol catches the men. That's one apprehension on a morning slower compared to years back.
Right now in Texas, illegal border crossings are down 88%. Now that's in part because of what we've been able to do in Texas by placing physical barriers along the river, making arrests on those who actually commit state crimes.
But with cooler weather and a new administration coming in January, preparations for a potential mass migration are underway.
And even more so now, we're conducting mass migration response exercises.
One of those exercises involves both Texas DPS and the state's National Guard, forming lines across vulnerable areas of the state's 1,200-mile border. The exercise is meant to send a message.
Illegal border crossers are not going to want to cross in that area. They're going to want to go somewhere else where there's less resistance.
The president-elect spent much of his campaign promising to secure the border and deport people who came to the U.S. illegally. Trump says he'll make good on his promise come day one. For Texas DPS, this change can mark a turning point.
It's been very difficult for us as a state when we have our own federal government challenging us and protecting our own state, trying to secure the border, when that is a responsibility, is to secure the border and to protect our country.
Yeah, and while there are preparations for a potential surge coming here to the Rio Grande Valley and the entire South Texas border, it's important to note that immediately after Trump's Election Day victory, a mass caravan full of thousands moving through Mexico cut down by nearly half.
But what's your overarching message to Americans who are eager for major border action on minute one, like Inauguration Day, 1 second in? How much will you be able to improve the life of everyday Americans?
I got 3 words for them: shock and awe. Shock and awe.
I love it.
You're going to see us take this country back. And look, like I said before, it isn't just about the deportation operation. It isn't just about saving the children. It ain't about securing the border. What's the result? Less overdose deaths, less trafficking. For God's sakes, one of the worst crimes around. Less migrants dying. Under this administration, over 4,000 aliens have died crossing that border, an historic record. When President Trump, had immigration on 90%, had that border shut down, he saved thousands of lives. So less aliens die, less Americans die. Wages will increase because you don't have all that illegal labor working for pennies on a dollar up here. Trafficking is going to vastly increase. This country is going to be alien crime. You're going to see that reduced significantly. As far as Trenda, Agua, and MS-13, a notice to you: my gang's bigger than your gang, and we're going to take you out too. So I can't wait to get started.
In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels. They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10. There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation. When I am president, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels, just as we took down ISIS and the caliphate, and just as unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very, very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country, and drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did.
You Israelite migrants will be in a lot of trouble. Jacob's trouble. All praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachat, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone, who rule well. Peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word. And truth and sincerity is Shabbat Chanak. Coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachat, Wadash. And I'm pretty sure I put a clip of a video that I was watching off of Jason A. Every once in a while I'll do a video and I'll put some of his clips, which he takes clips from different news outlets and puts them together on a particular topic. And on this topic, he was speaking about, or the videos were about, the border crisis and how when Trump gets in and the person that he has over the head of immigration, which they call him the immigration or border czar, how they're promising to fight against the drug cartels, fight against the different migrants that are coming over here illegally, and basically take you out. Okay, that real hatred for Jacob is still in Esau's heart. Okay, will this be the time where he's able to show forth his horns? Will Nero Trump actually be able to do certain of these things? Now, a lot of these things, they're just talking, but we're in a time where it's going to start speaking. He's going to actually come down, and in particular upon you Israelite migrants, because he's not going to really touch Moab and Elam. Not so much. You might hear some stories on that, but he's really going to come after you Venezuelans, you Colombians, you Peruvians, you so-called Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? The Latin tribes, as well as you Haitians, you Dominicans, right? You individuals that are you Caribbean. Not Benjamin. I'm not sure Benjamin's coming over that much, but also you have which they are, but you have also you West Africans, and then even our people that are scattered amongst the different African tribes. Okay, Congo, you got a lot of Jakes that a lot of them Congolese are Jakes. Now, of course, there's Hamites mixed in, but you got a lot of Jakes coming over. Pretty much you Israelite, what they call migrants. Okay, you gonna be part of Jacob's trouble as well. Okay, yeah, Esau, he is a so-called black man here in America, and they gonna be in trouble as well. All right, but you gonna suffer. You gonna suffer too. Let me get that in Jeremiah. Okay, you think because a lot of times you Latin tribes, Esau, he classifies you as white during the census, that you started to believe that you were equal. You were equal with the so-called white man. Okay, but he shows you nothing but hate, just as he showed the darker skinned tribes hate. And he's gonna really show his horns if really is when, because he is gonna be able to do some of the things that he spoke about doing. All right, and there's gonna be a time of chaos in which he can basically approve a lot of these actions towards you Israelites, and you're gonna be the one to blame. You Colombians, you Venezuelans, you Mexicans, okay, you Peruvians, you Ecuadorians, okay, Central and South Americans, as well as he's gonna blame you Haitians, right? Weren't you eating, so-called eating cats and shit, eating cats and dogs? He's gonna put the blame on you, and he's gonna come after you. This is Jeremiah 50. And that 33. It says, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, right? And the children of Israel is speaking about the northern kingdom, which is, you know, the so-called Latin tribes, the Native American tribes, more so the indigenous tribes of Central America, South America, but also the southern kingdom too. You southern kingdom that are coming over from, you know, Nigeria and the Congo, and, you know, even our people that are scattered amongst the South Africans, scattered amongst the East Africans, but mainly the West Africans, okay, the Haitians, and the so-called Latin tribes. He really targets you, okay? He really targets, because he knows who you are, okay? And he's gonna show you no mercy, just like the Bordazar said in the clip. Hopefully, I'll put the clip up. He said, "My gang is bigger than your gang." Speaking to the Mexican cartel, they're blaming the Mexican cartel with all the drugs that's trafficked on, you know, being like the worst people, which they are. They are bad people. The Most High is gonna deal with them, and is dealing with them, but they're still Israelites. Okay, they still gonna be in the kingdom. The ones that are Israelites, okay. But you Edomites, you act like you're holy and you don't do nothing. All right, so it says, "Thus said the Lord power of hosts." It says that the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. See, so black, so-called black and Hispanics. All right, you Haitians gonna come over, you Dominicans gonna come over, and you gonna get oppressed, just like you was a black. They're going to treat you just like a black. They're going to mow you down. They're going to separate you from your family, which they're already doing. A lot of times they're already doing. All right, they're going to lock you up in cages and detention centers. And ultimately, they'll allow you to come into the country if you take that charagma. So a lot of our people are going to be deceived into taking that charagma amongst the Latin tribes, which the Latin tribes are like simple. They're going to be deceived into taking the charagma if they want to escape their country, which is a hellhole. Escape war, escape persecution, escape to America for a better life. Well, okay, Esau gonna say, you want to come in America? Well, we're gonna track you. Okay, and Trump spoke about a digital monitoring system for the border. So they're gonna tag you. Okay, that MOTB, the charagma, that's gonna be the tag for all people coming into the United States, because it's impossible to actually have, you know, actual borders. But if they have like a digital system in which they can track everybody that's coming in, then they got you. And see, and this is what he's setting up. So he's allowing people to flood into America, order out of chaos. Okay, it says, and all that took them captives, excuse me, I'm a little excited. It says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. You would think that Esau wants us out of this country. Nah, Esau, he wants to control us. He wants to chip us and control us and do to us whatever he sees fit in his will. Okay, and he's going to come upon Jacob heavily. That's why it's Jacob's trouble. Let me get that. Because when I was reading, or not reading, but listening to that video, all I can think about is Jacob's trouble. Especially amongst you migrant Israelites. It's like you the one who caused all the problem in the earth. Right here it is. You got Chinese flooding in here. You got Pakistanians flooding. You got Iranians flooding. Okay, Mongolese. Okay, you got Arabs coming in, East Indians coming in, and you don't hear nothing about these individuals. But you always hear about the Venezuelans. You always hear about the so-called Mexicans. You always hear about, there's a few that, and this is part of Esau accusing us. Well, Jake is wicked. Don't get it twisted. The Lad tribes are wicked as hell, man. And the Most High is going to deal with them. And the Lord is dealing with them. Right? But Esau likes to justify himself, all right, by painting the picture that Jake is the problem of the world. And now that Trump is coming in, he's going to clean up mess. He's going to clean up shop. That means destroying you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. All right, and his anger is going to be towards you Latinos, just like his anger is towards you so-called blacks. Okay, that's why we read Jeremiah 50. You were oppressed together. So the horns that Esau's getting ready to show, he's about to show you too. Okay, it's not, you come over and now all of a sudden you're an American citizen. Nah, it's not gonna work like that. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, now that word alas, when you look it up, it means woe. For that day is great. This is the day that we continue to keep speaking about, and we will continue to keep speaking about. Okay, thus said Yahweh Shem Shai, until he tells us to stop. Until that day is upon us. Okay? Because we get ready to see and experience Jacob's trouble. Okay? So that none is like it, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And you Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, okay, you migrants, you Latin migrants that's coming over here in droves, you Haitians that's coming over, you Dominicans that's coming over, you West Africans that's coming over, okay, and different Israelites that's from Africa coming over here, you're going to experience this trouble as well. Okay? You're going to experience this trouble. Alright? Just like Judah that's here. These people just be driving crazy as hell, man. And I'm doing in transit. So, just bear with me. Alright? It says, it is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay? The Lord is going to save the elect out of Jacob, okay, out of this trouble that's coming. Now, all these so-called migrants that Esau called migrants, illegals, aliens, right? Which Esau, you're the effing illegal. You're the alien. You're the individual that's on occupied territory. Okay? You stole this land and you try to act like, this is your land, and now everything's messed up because, not because of your policies, okay, but because migrants or because of blacks, blacks and Hispanics, they're the reason why America is not as great as it used to be. Because the migrants are coming, taking all the jobs, they're destroying the infrastructure, they're taking money out of your check, they're taxing the people, they're locking people in jail. They ain't doing none of that. Now, our people are wicked. And the evil that they do, they pretty much do it to their own people. So what's the problem? Okay, but that's just that perpetual hatred. Talks about that in Ezekiel. That perpetual hatred that you have towards the Israelites, and it's all the tribes. Because you make sure in the news you distinguish what migrants you're talking about. You never really talk about the Chinese and the Indians and the Arabs and the Polynesians that come over here. You always bring up, okay, the so-called Hispanics, mainly, the Haitians, when the Haitians was coming. But who's allowing them to come in? Who gave them free will to come in? Who set them up? Okay, gave them, housing, and gave them, vouchers, and gave them, what's it called? EBT and shit. Okay, your own leaders. So your own leaders are to blame. Okay? It says, but he shall be saved out of it. I think now, I was going to bring another scripture. But I think that's pretty much, that's pretty much it. That's the point, really, I wanted to get. Is that, you Latin tribes, that's the other point I wanted to make. All these migrants, if you will, right, that's fleeing from these different countries, even scattered amongst Elam and stuff, you're going to have Jake that's going to be scattered amongst them, that's going to come over to America either to what? To receive salvation or to receive destruction. All right, in the Lord, he got the Latin tribe, the Spanish-speaking tribes, the Spanish-speaking tribes set up just for that very purpose, to call in the Spanish-speaking tribes. Okay, and the Lord only needs 12,000 out of each tribe. But see, what we're getting ready to experience is a great, as the scripture said, insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. All right, and you see Esau, Edom. Let me actually I want to bring out another scripture. Let me bring out Ezekiel 21, because they're literally telling you right before their face, hey, we gonna fuck you up. Okay, they want to declare the Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations, and through military operations go in and have a war with the cartel organization, when the CIA is the one who set up, your own government set the cartels up. They're the ones that's actually pushing the drugs. Okay, bear with me. They're the ones who's getting the profit from the drugs, the drug game. Let me get Ezekiel 21. So it's a fabricated war, just like all wars are bankers' wars. All right, you want more chaos, because ultimately what's happening is, and why things are moving so quick, and why Esau is boasting in the things that he wants to do within a short time, is because we are at the end. He's moving in haste. Okay, so he's gonna come in quick. Will Trump be that guy? Okay, Ezekiel 21. Bear with me. Let me just pull this up. Yep, that's it. Give me a second. Yeah, Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord. Right, so we're speaking to you at the behest, okay, in the authority of who the world enemy called God. We know him and affectionately praise him as Yahweh, and his son, through his son Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the Lord is letting you know that these are his words. These are not our words. We just didn't make this up, as some people think, or some people just don't know what the hell is going on. It says, son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord. Right? Say, a sword is sharpened and is furnished. And who is the sword of the Lord? Let me bring it out. Psalms, right? We'll get Psalms. What is that, 17? Right? Who is the sword of the Lord? Psalm 17, 13. Right? Psalm 17, 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Disappoint who? Cast him down. Cast down who? Deliver my soul from the wicked. Now we know the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau is synonymous with the borders of wickedness. He is the man of sin. So he is the wicked. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. Then shall that man be revealed. That wicked man be revealed. Right? That word wicked is capital in that verse, 2 and 8, right? It says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord uses Esau as a killing instrument to judge people down here on the earth. Okay, that's why Esau, he has free reign to bomb people, and he not really get bombed. He has free reign to, shoot people, gun people, mow people down, and nothing happens to him. He'll get off. All right, he's been doing this really since Cain, and he's had a hedge upon him. Okay, so now the Lord is getting ready to release him for this last time. That's Jacob's trouble, because where's all his anger directed towards? It's directed towards you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. It's like you are like the worst people on the earth, because spiritually you're in his way in inheriting the birthright spiritually. So in order for him to conquer the whole world, he needs to subjugate you Israelites. And he's getting ready to go through that last subjugation, okay, through pushing a RFID microchip on you. basically not tying you down and forcing you to take it, but forcing you through causing you to take it by taking away your ability to survive, your ability to survive and to thrive, tempting you, okay, putting you in a situation in which you will consider allowing him to inject you with something, just as you, Jake, allowed him to inject you with that snake piss, okay, that took a lot of you out, okay. Individual in my family passed taking snake piss, what does nothing but accelerate comorbidities, okay. So if you had, you know, if you already had like a personality disorder, I've seen a person go actually crazy on it and blow damn near $1 million. Some crazy shit. I'm not going to even go into the story. Right? So that sword is sharpened. We know what the sword is. We read Psalm 17:13. The sword is the wicked. Okay? Esau. All right, he has the power to slay. He's a slayer, actually. He has the military. Okay, look at the DARPA, where he does all type of experiments, you know, killing instruments, weapons of mass destruction. Okay, you got biological weapons, sound weapons, laser weapons, all type of crazy shit. All right, and that's being sharpened. It's meaning it's being perfected. It's being prepared. Okay. It is sharpened. Give me a second. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. And where is this anger towards? It's going to be towards you, so-called blacks, man, Native Americans. And in this video, we're mainly focusing on you Israelite migrants. You know, they call you the Colombians, the Venezuelans, the El Salvadorians, you gangs, you know, MS-13 and Tren de Agua, and whatever other names you call yourself by, you different cartels. You know, that's how when he says Mexican, he already equates you with, you know, something bad. You know, you selling drugs, you pushing fentanyl and killing so-called Americans. Because a lot of his American children are on them drugs. But see, you wasn't labeling the cartels as a terrorist organization when Jake was on that crack, when that crack was getting pushed, or you know what I mean. But now you're gonna label them a terrorist organization because you getting fucked up. Oh, excuse me. Bear with me. Give me a second. But really, it comes down to the Most High is closing up shop on this bitch. Okay? I'm going to go a little bit more. Okay? It says, it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? See? So here it is. Esau prepared. This is the guy that's going to be in there. They call him the border czar, if I'm not mistaken. And he's promising to pretty much wipe you off the planet Earth. You're like vermin. He's there. That's that old ancient Edomite spirit, man. That old ancient Edomite spirit in which he had free reign to really jack you Jakes up. Okay? And you land tribes, you southern tribes from, you know, the coast of West Africa and Haiti and shit like that, you're gonna experience the wrath of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Okay? You're gonna experience it. And see, this is what we are telling, you know, the world and our people, because ultimately Esau is gonna be destroyed. Okay? You know, Esau will be destroyed. He's not gonna win. But nevertheless, he's going to take out. He's going to be used. Okay, he's going to be used to take out a lot of you Israelites. Okay, and you see how he's setting up the stage for you migrants to be blamed of why these cities are you know, in ruins. Okay, not because of his policies, not because of his wickedness. But because of what you're doing, you blacks, you lazy blacks, you thugs, you crazy Keishas and shit, that you just want to do drugs, you just want to sell drugs, you just want to shoot people, you just want your pants hanging off your ass. That's the image of you so-called blacks here in America, a lazy black, watermelon fried chicken eating black. And then it's not too worse, how he deems you Latin tribes, you grapists. He calls you grapists. What you do, you are wicked. You taught the wicked their ways. So Jake is wicked, but see the level of intensity that Esau comes at our people is actually is really through hate, because he could judge righteously. Esau has the power to judge righteously. It was given into his hands. But what has he done? He has dealt unjustly, and he will continue to do unjustly. Okay, so should we make mirth? Is this the time of mirth? Should we be telling our people that everything's gonna be all right? You gonna prosper. God loves everybody. What you're doing is correct. No, we're supposed to correct you. We are supposed to rebuke you and show you Isaiah 58:1. You can read that from the top. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their sins, in the house of Jacob their transgressions. And it says, and he has given it to be furbished. So the Lord actually, he didn't create the sword in vain. He didn't create Esau in vain. Esau was not created in vain. He was created for a purpose, and he's in his lot perfectly, that it may be handled. Okay, a sword was created that it may be handled. So Esau was created his sword, the Lord's sword, that it will be wielded, it will be used. You don't just create a sword just to create a sword. There's only one reason to create a sword, and that's to kill, to slay. Okay? That it may be handled. This sword is sharpened. So the Most High has been perfecting his sword. So he's setting up the stage to blame you Jakes, to blame you migrants. Okay? And he has this media machine in which he can pay any image that he wants to justify the level of the hammer, the level of intensity and retribution in his eyes that he's going that he has towards you people. It's going to make, it's all being done under, it's going to make America great again. We're going to get these fucking vermin out of here. And if they do come, we're going to tag them up. Let me see something. Digital. If I remember it. Hold on. Digital border. Digital border. Right. Right, this is from PBS.org. It says, little known virtual border wall creates privacy safety concerns, advocate says. Yeah, because really the wall that Donald Trump was talking about is actually a virtual border wall. Okay, and it's going to work off of the MOTV system. Okay, and everybody's going to be chipped up. Okay, and they'll be able to basically put a wall around you digitally. Former President Donald Trump, and this is from 2023. Big beautiful wall along the southern border is one of the most decisive issues in American life. Not really. Regularly prompting condemnation from Democrat lawmakers. But there's another wall, a virtual wall that the federal government has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to develop. So why everybody is distracted with this, physical wall, or the things that Trump say, or just the different things that are going on in the United States, the different bread and circuses. The federal government this whole time has been creating a virtual wall. It says, a virtual wall that the federal government has spent hundreds of millions of dollars to develop that has widespread bipartisan support, meaning both sides agree with this virtual border wall. Okay, which shows you that all this is all set up. Okay, it's being done right under the people's faces. Democrats who don't want to be labeled as proponents of open borders have described the virtual wall as more humane alternative. So see. So now, hey, look, instead of doing that, that's bad. Put a wall. Don't let you. How about we just do a virtual wall? That's more humane. In 2019, San Diego Rep. Scott Peters, D50, called the border security measure we could all agree on. See? So it's all one big fucking scam. They're all moving forward to this one agenda, which is the NW to the O. However, privacy advocates say the virtual wall has been shrouded in secrecy. See? And experts on immigration questions its effectiveness, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen? Everything's going to be tied to a digital grid. That's what that border wall is about. It's going to be what they call lands without is a world without border, something like that. It's like an initiative where they pretty much, it's the NW to the O, which connects. It's no longer you're going to be a citizen of America, but you're going to be a citizen of the world. And the borders, so-called borders, are going to be open, because there will be no need for, borders, because you're going to be a citizen of the world. But see, what they're not telling you is that's going to be implemented through digital means, through a charagma, because they'll be able to track wherever that charagma is. It's a digital tracking system. So now, no longer do they need to put a physical wall, but they can put a digital wall via putting a CHIP inside of you, and understand and knowing where you're at, and then if you are somewhere where you're not supposed to be, it's alerted because it's inside you. Now I remember, I'm not going to read this whole article. You can look more into it, but I remember Trump spoke about like a digital initiative. The whole time when Trump was talking about the wall, it said here in Washington Post. Right, it says Trump administration hires tech firm to build a virtual border wall, and an idea Democrats have praised. See, so it's all about the digital border wall and not the physical border wall. Okay, all agree on that. Okay, because that's how Esau Edom is going, pretty much, take over the world in his eyes. So let's go back, and this is all part of that sword being sharpened. Because all these things are going to be detrimental, especially to you Israelites. Okay? Yeah, you can come into America, but you're going to have to get chipped and dipped. Okay? Verse 11, again, it says, He has given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and is furbished, to give it into the hand of the slayer. See? That's Esau. And Esau is licking, like they truly believe once Trump gets in there, it's like we going back to white, white on top, the white savior. We gonna be able to just to beat Negroes down, hang niggas, nobody say anything. We gonna be able to assert our dominance. That's how they really think it's gonna go down, but it ain't gonna go down like that. But they are gonna come heavy upon you so-called Latinos, as well as you blacks as well, both the tribes, or I should say both the kingdoms, the northern and the southern kingdom. That sword is being sharpened. It was actually given into the hand of the slayer. Esau is that slayer, and he's going to be slaying you. He already got a lot of you migrants in these black sites. When you were in detention centers, he separates the children, and then what does he do? He traffics them, and and our own people they participate. They're like the footmen to a bigger operation that they don't even know about. So the Most High gonna take a lot of the Latin tribes out too, man. The Lord about to take, man. It's about to be a great slaughter. It's gonna be beautiful. The Lord about to slaughter a lot of people, man. And we gonna give nothing but praises, honor, and glory and reverence to Yahweh Shema Shai for his magnificent work. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. See, we're crying and howling to you right now. Okay? This thing's getting ready to pop off. All right, so, because it's going to be upon my people, just as we read in Jeremiah 30:7. Jacob's trouble. Esau's hatred is geared towards you, Jake's. That's that perpetual hatred. I believe that's Ezekiel the 35th chapter. We're not going to get it. Okay, because ultimately, the Lord's going to turn upon Esau and take him out. But the Lord is going to allow him to take a lot of you Israelites out. You wicked amongst the Lord's people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh. Okay? So the Lord is pretty much commissioning the devil, okay, Esau Edom, to come down with great wrath upon you. Revelation 12:12, the devil will come down unto you having great wrath. And where is his wrath going to be, directed toward? It's going to be directed towards the Lord's people, you Israelites, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. And in this video, speaking about you so-called Latin tribes, or you Israelite migrants from Haiti, from the Dominican Republic, okay, from the different islands, from West Coast of Africa, from Central and South America, okay? His anger is going to be towards you. All right? So, hey, man, we're in that time. Hey, you get right, get tight. Pray to Yahweh Bashem Shai without ceasing. Fast if you need to. That's a good thing to do. Pray to Yahweh Bashem Shai to protect you and your family. And continue to stay diligent in the work. You women, you few sisters, you know what you should be doing. You need to find you a husband. All right, and you need to get in order. That's pretty much all you need to do. All right. So, hey, until next time, I want to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops, a great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. Until next time again, shalom to the elect.